Hi, Suxian, welcome. Suxian, 不要这么 serious 的，笑一笑嘛。Okay, yes, right. 先讲，周末你是在为什么黑暗中吗？Why your background is black color？ 你很怕人呢？Yeah，还有白色。你是黑无常白无常吗？All right, good. I need all of you, if possible. If you have print out my notes, fine. If not, can you please get a piece of paper, get ready, huh? All right. Thank you very much. And all of you know, after this Chinese New Year is going to be a big one coming up, and I will be sending a reminder to all of you to come for my face-to-face exam on March the 13th. I think you received my information already, huh? Okay, to come for exam. So for Yaya, you got English as well as for social study. So you have to decide which one you want to take. Okay, thank you very much. So Shen, are you okay? Can you turn your camera upside down again? No. That's much better. Thank you very much. How was your exam, Kiera? I mean, your usefulness test.
It was okay. I didn't get back my results yet.
Not so fast, please. I know you will take at least 1-2 weeks for the teacher to mark the paper, huh? Okay, understand. But what was the question, may I ask? They tested on what?
Wait, a simulation like France, a simulation on
my God,
immigrants.
that one.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. So what was the source-based question about? Do you have the sources?
No.
Huh? I thought the question paper you can bring home, right?
This one is like not like very official exam. It's just like a small test. So like we were asked to like staple it with our question paper to submit.
I shake my head now. I'm not against you. I shake my head because the school now don't have the full exam paper, the full test. It's a bit and pieces here and there. It did help. I used the past tense, it did help. It will not help much. So my advice to all of you, please, if next month I will give you quite a few questions. If you don't do that, is your problem already. If you do, I would love it. And I know some of you, please don't tell me, this is recording. Please don't tell me you got no time, you got all these things. I think as being a PISL, the Professional International Student Leader, you need to know how to manage your time well and hand in. If you want to be like the past few years, most of my students who score very well, I'm not going to talk about A1 and A2 that time. When I say score very well means really improve by 2 grades. So for example, if you have C6, if you can go B4 and let's say somewhere in the mid-year and B4, that means you are on the way to get A2 already. All right. So last year, most of my SS students are very active. After the exam, they will send the question to me to mark, to recheck, to redo again, and that's how they improve. Okay, because your school is limited capacity to test your full paper, so the March holiday is really I'm putting my effort to come face-to-face exam in grassroots clubs, common folks, Yio Chu Kang MRT station beside the Nanyang Poly. That will be the March 13th on the morning about 9:30 to 10. The confirmation is not ready, but this will be a real face-to-face test. I know some of you might stay in Jurong or some stay in Tampines or wherever it is. That is during the 1 week March holiday. Unless you say, Uncle Raymond, sorry, I need to go back to school to do this and that. I'm so sorry then. This is my extra added value services to all my students. Not all the Zoom students, not all the Zoom tutors do that. So this is, I've been doing it for the past 3 years. Seriously, even the COVID that time, I think end of the year, nearby all the Sec4 students also came to my sister cafeteria to do the exam. I think some of you have been there, you should know, right? Yeah, you were there, no, right? No, okay, so nobody is there, okay. Now let's talk about these skills. Sixian, will you mind turn on your camera? Thank you. All right. Now, here is the usefulness questions. When we talk about usefulness, it's like, can you do 1, 2, 3, 4? Tian Xiang. You read the question. I'm so sorry. Read the question.
How useful is this source as evidence about the integrated results?
You know what's integrated result now, Tian Xiang?
No.
Don't know. I also don't know. So can skip never mind. We don't cannot. Can skip Cannot. Cannot. You Indian Cannot. Uncle Raymond, sorry, cannot. I pay you to tell me the answer. If you cannot find the answer, please find the answer for me. Okay, I'm not here to say cannot. Okay, integrated 就是那个 MBA 上那个赌什么？How you say in Chinese Yeah, 赌什么？赌 the one the casino 赌博的，不过它有一个名字 casino 赌什么？赌场 correct 赌场。先生，你懂新加坡有2间赌场吗？先生，你跑去哪里？先生，你懂新加坡有2个赌场吗？赌场。Thanks thanks for turning on the camera。先生，answer me 啦，有没有去过？
没有。
当然没有了，你 underage 那个是赌博的地方。Integrated Resort is one in the Sentosa and the other one is the MBS， 跟 Marina Bay Sands 对吗？对吗？ Yeah, you know right 那个赌场。Now this one integrated resort is because 它包含了有 family can 玩 and enjoy life at the same time to gamble. Sorry 先讲 any Singaporean will go into this 赌场casino I think you have to pay $100 for entrance fee， 就是说你还没有赌博你就要花100块进去了，就是真的。然后 Uncle Raymond 以前我在教育部不可以随便进去赌场的嘞。如果他 check 到我的 IC， 我进去赌场 that's it man， 我会去MOE 喝咖啡但现在 Uncle Raymond 是 police officer我不可以随便进去赌场的时候，他进去的时候他 check 为什么 Raymond 你进去赌场？我的朋友从中国来，我带他去逛一逛。Then you know what they say? Sorry Then in the first place you need to inform your police, your inspector, 你的长官 that you are going to 赌场。Okay, now you understand It came out before in this kind of exam Integrated resort 是很多政府很多人民OK 先讲很多人民不擅从，因为是赌博吗？赌博会家破人亡，10赌9输，对不对？In fact Lee Kuan Yew at that time disallowed to have 赌场 so everyone 去赌船go to the ship that casino in the cruise so 真的是很惨的。Okay, so is it useful? Okay, just to give you some idea. Number 2天祥。
How does this source help you to understand the reasons for the conflict in Northern Ireland?
Okay, Northern Ireland is actually part of Great Britain. Great Britain or United Kingdom consists of Northern Ireland, Wales, Scotland, and England. Of course, England, the capital is London. Okay, Northern Ireland is Belfast. Now, this country in Northern Ireland got this Catholic and the Protestant. They have been fighting like hell for hundreds of years. Until today, if you go there, it's still the same. As I told you before, you tell them what is your CCA, what is your game, they will not tell you because two groups got different ways of their sport. So is it helpful? No? So is it useful? Yes. Even today, they are still cannot see eye to eye. Seriously, 两个都是英国人British people so called. And yet they cannot see eye to eye. That is a long story. This one is the L7Sec4SS2024 textbook. Number 3, please.
How relevant is this source to your understanding of the Iraq War?
Iraq. Okay, this one also in the old social study textbook about Iraq War, how useful. So please write down, Zhixian and all of you, please write down, we are doing usefulness skill. So useful, help, relevant, and more useful. Write down, because when you see these kind of keywords, that means you're referring to usefulness. Okay, utility questions. Okay, Iraq War 天祥 you know 啦 ，is Saddam Hussein 对吗？那个已经死掉了。Last one.
Which of the sources is more useful?
Uncle, isn't sounds like comparison skill, cross-referencing skill? Yes. Sometimes it can be a hybrid question. This one is a bit tougher. Okay, thank you very much. Now let's go. You can use your camera, you can screenshot, you can take a picture. I don't care. All right. You can write down. That's why today got a lot of writing. If you don't write, that's it. If you whatever reason, hey uncle, I'm very busy, my hand pain. I got one student fracture his thumb, so he can't write, he can't type. So you say I will watch the video later on. I leave it to you, guys. All right. So all today's lesson is very, very important. Okay, Sishan, you come in at the right time. So this is usefulness skills. I know, Kiera, you just finished your test, but I don't want to make you, okay, how come you never share with me this one? Don't worry, we are talking about O-level, 对吗，慧茹？对吗？ Right, ready? So usefulness, what am I talking? Usefulness, the skill is very important. You must reliable and content. There's a limitation. So, Sishan, for example, 我跟你讲are you there? Okay, you're moving. So, Sishan, there's 6 sources. 如果 source A 我的老婆讲我是 gay，you know what is gay Okay, is it useful now? Then source B 我的大儿子29岁讲我是 gay。Then C 我的 ex student 陈议员这边讲我是 gay。Then after that 我在 ICA， 你知道 ICA 就是那个immigration department 说我不是 gay。然后 Straight Time show 我穿那个 ballerina 那个 ballet 跳舞。Am I gay? The last one okay, one of my good friend say no, Uncle Raymond is not a gay. So 哪一个是 useful 呢？其实每个 source they are all very useful, but which one has a limited reliability? 可能之前我的老婆讲我 gay， 因为我要跟她离婚了，她可能讲我的坏话，对吗？因为我是一个很多财产的人，我不要给我大儿子，因为我大儿子是好吃懒做的，他不爽我，他讲我是 gay， 他要破坏我的名誉 reputation。Then C 是议员right， 因为议员那时我不爽他，我骂他，他要讲我坏话，他就搬弄是非。哇，你知道那个 Uncle Raymond 没有头发还不用紧他好像娘娘腔，是太监这样了，他是 gay example 啦议员不要生气So is it useful or not? He's a top student Okay, he's a top student. Okay, listen Then ICA where's 天祥等一下等天祥进来一下I think it's the Wi-Fi got problem. Give me a minute 我讲到要讲谁讲谁 ICA. Hello, where are you 天祥 Maybe got no battery, poor thing. Give him a minute So you know Sishan, so the first 3 is it useful or not? It's useful to you. It's useful. 每个 source 都 useful. 可是到底哪一个有 limited reliability？ 哪一个是最重要？我还没有讲完Sorry天祥 you're not coming in I give you one more 30 seconds hope you can come in soon So 之前 every source is very important. 就算我是警察先生 every source are very useful to me because I want to find who is the real victim, who is the murderer. 可以记住当你做每一个东西in real life all sources are useful. 就算那个是花言巧语，还是搬弄是非，还是谣言，你都要 take it as part of your usefulness source. But 你们一定要 reliability limited. OK， 第4个之前就是说 ICA 嘛 ，ICA 讲我不是 gay 是 confirm 因为我的 passport 我的 IC Uncle Raymond is pure guy. Alright， 天祥 are you okay? Are you able to turn on your camera?
Yes.
Don't stress. Cannot, man, 不用紧 Okay, please, if you can, you turn on Okay. Now, the one is the Straight Time. Show me that Kira wearing a ballerina 好像那种 ballet 的，穿到那个这样在 Orchard Road 走来走去。Does it mean that I'm a gay? 慧茹 Kira 雅叶议员天祥 Does it mean I'm a gay? 我可能在做 charity show 吗？对不对？我可能在做起来慈善，然后我要穿这样来吸引更多顾客来 donate, right? The last one my good friend know me for 30 years. He say that confirm 我跟你绝对跟你讲 Uncle Raymond 不是一个 gay. Do you think the last one knowing me for 30 years and he support me that I'm not a gay? Is it useful or not? Yes, it's useful because maybe you look at the background 我帮他很多 okay, things like that and then share okay. So maybe it's useful but still limited. Out of so many sources definitely the ICA is the one is the most reliable. Agree 的，思贤？那个是政府的吗？对不对？ So that means you know, I'm surprised that why source A and source B and source C say that. I'm not surprised source F, the good friend of Raymond, say that he is not a gay. Get it? And I'm not surprised source C that Uncle Raymond wearing a ballerina to go around Orchard and do it because he's the man full of gold heart. Like to help people, a golden heart, to help people. Therefore, I'm not surprised. I'm using real life example 如果你们6个宝贝有机会的话we want to do a face to face a court 就是法庭的then you will understand how the usefulness, reliability, comparison, inference, purpose will make you further understand. Wow, I didn't know I study all these source-based questions can use it in the real court case. I always like to use this court case example to prove to you. Okay, if we have the chance. All right, let's move on. No, so there you are. Please write down. Usefulness state how source is useful. There's a limitation in gap and content. Reliability, there will be check your reliability and link back to the source. And why? And by the way, write down background information is damn bloody important. Oh, by the way, Kiera, when you're doing your usefulness that day for the test, was there a background information? Did you read the background information? You don't read, I'm going to kill you. Now you know background information super duper super important, right? So 你就像是一个 lawyer, 一个 judge, 一个 detective, 你懂我意思吗 Kiera? 你要打破砂锅问到底 you want to find the 来龙去脉 you want to find, how come but wait, the background information never go wrong one. And your CK contextual knowledge never go wrong. And your GK, your general knowledge will never go wrong. Okay, take note. Let's move on.
We can quote from the background, right?
No, best is not to. You can quote, but usually you can say quote as in based on the background information. Until today, a lot of students ask me this. For me, I don't mind. Because I'm not sure recently they changed. The best is you check with your teacher. The last time I checked is that it's okay. It's okay. But because when good question now, everyone pay attention now. What Kiera say? So can I quote the background information to support it's useful or not useful, limited reliability? Yes, it can be. But you don't use too much. The purpose of the cross-referencing, Kiera, is to cross-reference to another source. To cross-reference, to use other source to support you, to convince you, to connect you, to convey the message. And what? The most important, to bring out the confidence. Hey, hello, you understand the usefulness. Well done, steady. All right. Now get it, that depends on Kiera. If you use usefulness, of course, you're going to ask me some uncle. So what about inference, comparisons, reliability, etc.? Best is don't. Best is don't. 天祥, which one you lock in that another one? Oh, okay. So remember, for usefulness or any source, please quote with evidence. And when you quote, please tolong, I choose you, you quote, this, then two, you must have this one. You don't put one, this, okay, for example, okay, then you, then put one line. When you quote, use two, especially if your handwriting is damn bloody small, and then if the examiner cannot see, good luck to you. They thought it's your sentence. Even though you are quote from the source, I'm very, very serious. I've been marking so many times. I cannot take it. Even my teachers who go to mark, say, oh, I cannot take it. How come I cannot see? Then good luck to you. You will lose 1 or 2 marks. So 请你把你的字写大一点。如果 that is the purpose when you come to face for Uncle Raymond exam on the 13th of March, it will definitely help you. Seriously. 你不要跟我讲你不要来这是你的事by the way慧茹 and Kiera, after the exam 你们有一个 free waffle and ice cream complimentary by Uncle Raymond. 之前你来过You came for my exam right 对吗you took the exam and got ice cream right nice 天祥不是骗你的真的 You see I cross referencing already. Is it useful 天祥之前 is it useful? Is it reliable? You see 天祥你真的咩你这么好 OK 天祥如果不之前如果有 photo 你 show 那个 photo 给他看我有 take picture of you right 对吗有没有我没有 take picture 咩 Are you sure 没有 take OK 我去找then cross reference and then it proves to you 天祥oh good I think this is a good example alright okay 是真的是真的不是开玩笑天祥 So now limitation they do cross reference. Please, usefulness is 7 marks. For goodness sake, you need to cross reference. And for goodness sake, you have to say useful. Write down, please, write down somewhere. You have to have useful and not useful. You don't give me one-sided affair. 譬如 imagine 你的儿子说，妈咪，我们要打破爷爷的花瓶。Okay? then 你就问 useful 了，你就问你的 helper 啊，你的工人，弟弟有没有打破花瓶 ？Man，弟弟 did not hit the 花瓶，弟弟 push 哥哥 and 哥哥 hit the 花瓶， then 为什么弟弟要孔融让梨呢？为什么要保护哥哥呢？你知道没有？then you cross referencing， 明白吗 ？Realize that all this SPQ is super useful in the real world. Trust me. Okay? Hey, sorry you all do AMAX Anyone do AMAX here? All AMAX okay All AMAX EMAX You all EN. Hey, do you use all your EMAX and AMAX knowledge in the real life No, right? Do you use dy dx sine cosine tangent in the real world 没有对吗？只有这个真的是可以用到 real life Trust me, if you are going for A level and you're doing econs trust me, what I tell you, if you can score this you go to A level, this one is the breeze. Trust me please. I've been teaching SS that day my student asked me, Uncle Raymond, have you how long? Since 2005 until now. 你计算多久了？ 2005 until now. Okay? History of course 不用讲了，更久So what is missing? Okay, please. If you want to cross referencing 你一定要讲公说公有理，婆说婆有理，其中道理在哪里？哪里呢？就是你自己要一面之词呢，还是你要判决？就是有判官。You are the judge. You have to decide whether this source. No, some people very funny one student. Hey, Uncle Raymond or Mr. Sean, in my previous school. Hey, Mr. Sean, I think this source definitely is very biased one. Well, no, it's support PAP one. How come you say this? Nothing wrong But the main thing is that we want to test you guys to see how to 会怎么分白黑白分明。你不要管3721，你就this is wrong， 明白吗？我们做人是要看两面 the two sides. You see the positive side and the negative side. So remember, write down guys, PES. Write down PES What is PES? Ready? Political, economical, and social. 对吗？雅叶我讲过我讲到点了。记得那个 globalization. Oh, by the way next month we are going to do structure response questions. We are going to use taxi. Taxi 德式司机的acronyms for SRQ. Okay? A new method to do SRQ. So far, am I speaking too fast? The past few slides, okay 可以吗 ？Can I move on? 议员，我应该不该要跟议员讲话，因为刚才他讲我是 gay， 我不想跟他好。不要这么 serious 啦，议员你教一下嘛。Okay, come back to this. This is very, please, if you are using your handphone, anything, don't touch. Look here. Now, reliability is check reliability. Yes, can be trusted. No, can be not trusted. Kiera, this is where your background information comes in super useful. If the background is, for example, this is live recording association. If the background say that, PAP is no good. Okay, the source, not background, sorry. The background say PAP no good and it's an opposition party, 反对党，对吗？ You know 当然是讲 PAP 不好嘛，对吗？世贤 But the background information 说没有PAP 有 support 那些贫穷的人有那个什么SCDC voucher 啦，还有那个skill future 真的有帮到人民国人，为什么那个讲不好呢？Now you get it？ 所以这个是你要读，你要看，你要想，你要分解 ，you have to make your judgment. Okay? This is live recording. I'm a person who support People Action Party. Without People Action Party, today I will not be sitting here and talking to you. Let's be honest, okay. Later we're going to go through a lot of details. Let's be honest. 志璇、慧茹、雅叶、丽妍、天祥 and Kiera. Do you agree with me? Sometimes your parents, I mean, you all love your parents definitely. You sure love your grandparents definitely. But do you agree? All of you agree with Uncle Raymond? 有时候他们讲的话不对嘞 I don't agree 嘞，对吗 ？Then you out of respect, you yes， 对吗？可是不等于他们讲的是错的，可能他跟你的意见不一样。The view is different, so doesn't mean a lot of people like to criticize the government no good, the government GST, the government this and that. Then you don't stay in Singapore lah. You go to Australia like my friend who give out Singapore citizen and stay in Melbourne. I got people who go to New Zealand. My uncle is now in New Zealand. Yeah, GST I heard is 20% or 15%. and their tax is about 30 to 40 personal income tax. And they don't have skill future, but they have others money to give to their citizens. So different countries have their different setup. Instead of 与其在这边议论纷纷啊埋怨啊 complain 啊 okay, why don't you look at ways how to improve yourself? This is what social studies is about. Seriously, will make you think because 志轩，你是新加坡人吗？Are you all PR here? Anyone Singapore citizen? Not yet 啦。yeah. 你看在大概18岁还是21岁，你就要你也是一眼。So the two of you you're going to be Singapore's. You're already Singapore student. You're going to be 21 years old. You're going to make voting 嘞，就是要投票嘞。Hey brother and sister， 不要乱投OK， 不要乱投票。你投票投错就 good luck to you 就像别的国家就是这样，明白明白啊。So this is very important Now, like this one, not okay. Let's go back to the previous question So yes, it's reliable because by the third party. Write down This one will help you I forgot to tell you. Okay. This is reliable because of this. Always use so. Yes, it is reliable. Then because it's from the third party. How come? Because it's not. How come it's very reliable? Because the objective is not against someone. Write down, Sixian. So then how? So then how? Your school will not teach you this to be honest. Then the same thing the negative. So it is not reliable. Then let me explain to you because it's difficulty. 因为是一个人讲的，他一个人不等于整个国家讲的，对吗？志轩 ，right？ 志轩，如果你是做老板，你的工人跟你讲，老板，天祥是一个很坏的工人OK， 如果比如说 Kiera 讲天祥老板，天祥是一个很烂的工人，他一个人讲，可是雅叶、桂如、议员跟 Uncle Raymond 讲，老板没有天祥是很用功的，他每天很早就来，没有拿 MC 的。请问你是选，你会相信 Kiera 还是相信我们呢？你懂我意思吗？因为是 Kiera 一个人讲，可能 Kiera 他 angry 嘛，因为天祥不喜欢他做他的男朋友，所以他乱讲话咯。开玩笑两位，不要生气I'm just giving example, don't get angry with me So you understand OK, get it 之前可以用到 real life example。所以因为他是一个人讲，那你想，为什么 Kiera 会讲天祥是一个没有用的人？没有每次看到 CCTV 他是第一个进来的嘞，8点做工，7点就进来了嘞，当然有迟到。Now you are cross referencing with the CCTV. Check with all the colleagues. Check with the report. Check with the signature. Then you check with your supplier. 阿珍，你每次都是送货来我的公司谁跟你接货？是你的工人天祥。Now you see? Now you understand? It's super important. Difficulty 一个人讲话不等于代表全部。这样 Uncle Raymond 像李冠佑也是一个人讲话，为什么我相信他呢？一言就不一样了。Because Lee Kuan Yew carry a lot of weight. He cannot anyhow say things. Agree not? If he say things, the country bye bye. Can you imagine? 李先生我的 come out， 我跟你讲因为这个疫情新加坡完蛋了，全部死掉了，新加坡没有前途了。我跟你讲，志远，我跟你可以坐飞机去 Australia， 拜拜，我不要住这个国家了，对吗？天祥 ，You agree with me? The words that is the weight right now the weight 就是它的分量有多重。And then how because the choice of words 呢 ？You see? 明白？Very useful Now come back to this Explain link. So if you say reliable if you say this source is reliable, like 如果李显龙讲的东西是 reliable, how reliable? Can you please confirm with me? Cross referencing. So 如果你觉得李冠佑讲的东西 not reliable, show me why it's not reliable. But most of the time, to me, whether Mr. Lee Hsien Loong or his father, Mr. Lee Kuan Yew, or even the present coming out, Mr. Goh Chok Tong, the previous Prime Minister, or the future Prime Minister of Singapore, Mr. Lawrence Wong, I will really trust them. Because my whole entire saving in the CPF, my life, everything for them. Yeah. Correct. I was a police, so I was a soldier before I served the army. I served the Ministry of Education. Now I also serving the police force. I trust this country. I trust that all of you will bring Singapore to a much better future. I trust with all your leadership in the future that you will make Singapore good. And I trust all of you who is become Singaporean citizens. I know you will vote wisely, carefully, and make sure the next government will bring us to a better future. True or not, Yaya? You're not going to let your children to suffer like shit. True. So this is why, now you understand? And not everything the government says is 100% you agreeable lah. Just like your grandparents and your parents say things to you, you also may not be agreeable also, but you still respect. Maybe you don't want to do at a certain point of time. These are a lot of implications. Ready? Let me rest for a while. Can all of you please take some time and read this, and then you tell me whether this source is real. You know what is ERP, huh? You all know what is ERP, lah? Hey, wait. No, seriously, you know what is ERP, lah? You read first. You read first. 不好意思，我抽一下烟啊，这是我的烟。一烟我比Uncle Raymond, you smoke? Yeah, my secret. I got sinus. This is my secret. Shi Xuan, you know what is ERP now? Hey, please, can you unmute anyone? If you're not sure, please tell me what is ERP. Sorry, Uncle Raymond. I don't know what is electronic road pricing. 如果你 daddy 妈咪有驾车，你应该知道了啊。议员你知道吗？你有驾车没？对，为什么你知道 ？How useful can I trust you? You see, I use usefulness already. How do I know you can be trusted? You understand what is ERP? 议员。
Cause my dad.
Your dad what? 你讲话讲一半。
He gonna tell me once.
哦，你爸爸在吗？叫他过来，我要问他。Yeah, this is cross referencing. No, I'm just kidding. 慧茹，你懂意思吧？ So if I don't trust him and say, okay, 叫你爸爸来，我要问你爸爸是真的吗？他有跟你讲过吗？That's what you mean cross referencing. So I trust him Of course I trust him that the father told him. Now you understand? Go and change, never mind. So, let's go to the questions. How useful is this source as evidence? Do you agree now, Kira? This Miss Li Hua, to tell you, this Li Hua is formerly my ex-MP in Yishun. Okay, I served under her. 先讲，我真的 served 过 under her before. I even walked with her during the elections. I'm telling you. Seriously. Okay, now is Miss Carrie Tan. I'm in the grassroots for coming 20 years. Okay, I served about 3 MP. And when there was an election, I really walked around with my MP, door to door, to ask them to support, to vote for PAP. No, 真的，这种东西不可以随便开玩笑的。先讲真的。Okay, so 这个 Dr. DV1 is a very good MP to me. Okay, I'm just to share with you, when one time I can't find a kindergarten for my son, I wrote to her at 11 plus PM. She replied me at 12:30 AM. Midnight. And the next few days, the principal called me out and give my younger son, a vacancy to study there. I'm very grateful. Okay, when I was out of job, this like that, she also helped me to ask me to look for a part-time job. 真的，我们做人要允许失言，你听过这句话哈，天讲，对吧？这很重要。So because of her, I really want to serve my fellow resident in Yishun. Okay, ready? 慧茹。So if all of you one day you see when you go, definitely you all will go to university 大学。如果雅叶你进了大学我跟你讲my advice to you 去做一些 volunteer work， 会对你看这个世界跟这个社会不一样的。You will definitely help you to find a better job when you graduate. Trust me. Because all my ex-students now who are in university, they will come and ask me, Uncle Raymond, can you write a testimony for me? Can you help me to find internship? Can you ask, auntie, whoever in the cafe to sponsor this for the people? Yeah, it happened. Okay, I'm here to help all of you to be successful. Not just stop there at Sec4. Some of my students already stopped at Sec4, and guess what? Some of them now in poly, Uncle Raymond, I'm looking for part-time. Can you help me to look for a job? I help them. Okay. Ready? Can I go to the answer now? So, in your back of mind, whether it's useful or not, let's go. Kira, will you read the question, please? Source A.
Source A is useful as it tells me that the ERP is not effective in controlling traffic flow in Singapore. This can be supported by SA,
Source
which
A.
states
SA stands for source A.
Source A, which states the serious traffic congestion situation is still a daily occurrence. This implies that the ERP has failed in easing traffic congestion.
You saw the quotation? Oh, please do that. Okay, very important. Okay, thank you very much. Now let's go to the next one. Can you read the next one, Kira?
However, source A is not entirely useful in terms of content. It does not shed light on the benefits or positive side of the ERP, which I can gather from source B. Source B states if we did away with ERP, the roads will quickly get filled up with cars. This points to the effectiveness of the ERP.
You see, Kira, I think Singapore is the only country in the world who implements certificate of entitlement. When you buy a car, you need to buy a certificate, a birth cert for the car. And when you drive a car out of your house, you go to the expressway at certain time in the morning, your ERP, the card, the cash card will be deducted, depends on which part of the road. Sometimes it might be $1, $3, or $6. Why? Because we don't want to be like Bangkok, London, Ho Chi Minh, Tokyo, Jakarta, Washington, New York City, where they are all packed, jam-packed with so many, or Shanghai, or Beijing, that kind of so many cars that, and do you know the car in Singapore, after 10 years, you only can renew for another 10 years. That means your car only can last you for 20 years. Like my car like that, since young, next few weeks, next few days, my car will say bye-bye to me. 我就没有车了，我的车就要变成 scrap car 了，就是要 export out of Singapore. Whereas in China, in other places, you can drive the car for 20, 30 years, nobody give a damn. Because the country is big. That's where your geography comes in. Okay, the proximities of space, very important, you see. All these are really related in real life. Only social study and history and geography are related in real life. Math, I would say it's not only certain math and certain science were definitely related to real life. Unless you go for like scientists, architects, engineers, civil engineer, then it's different story. Okay, I hope you understand. Now, next few slides, we're going to end this. I may not want to repeat this for later parts already. Those who came next time join in later, I may not want to repeat this. I would want to teach you more other things. May I have Hui Ru, can you read to the class, please? SA stands for source A.
Since source A is an account by Missy and
哥，对不起，我真的听不清楚，不好意思，你可以再来一次吗？
Since source A is an account by Missy and
Are you lagging? Sorry.
What is MP stand for?
Member of the parliament. 国会议员.
A member of the parliament from the ruling
People Action Party.
People Action Party, which introduced the ERP. One would expect her to speak positively of ERP. Instead, she did the unexpected by highlighting the ineffectiveness of the system. Hence, it makes source A even more credible or reliable.
Wow, 他是 BAP 的人哦，慧茹 ，and yet 他讲 BAP 的不 不好嘞，说那个 ERP 啊，其实没有帮助，反而更惨呢，更more issue，所谓弄巧反拙嘞，他怎么可以这样讲 ？Which is true 啊，慧茹。In fact, I totally agree with her. The ERP 虽然呢，to be honest 啊，天祥 and Kira and all of you listening 啊，这个政府把这些钱收起来啊，不是收了，对不起 ，wrong word，这是政府啊 tax 我们这些国人驾车在那个路上呢 bang take all the money 啊，其实这些 money 不是 go to 那个政府 just alone 的 ，they will use this money to build like EduSave Award, build more infrastructure， 修理路给那些贫穷的人 ，poor people，FAS people，the child card。Child card 如果就是那个 yellow child card is for people 去看医生 private clinic 啊，不是 polyclinic 啊，它可以 discount $20， 所以它的药也便宜一点 ，especially COVID-19 啊，慧茹 ，I was having the blue card 啊，我跟你讲那，我们家比去年，哦，等一下哈，对 ，sorry 啊。Okay, so what happened is, I was really out of job and COVID 嘛，没有不可以教补习太多。Then what happened? I fall sick. I got COVID-19. I went to see a private clinic with a child card. I was being heavily subsidized. Okay, instead of $90, the government also subsidized, and I also got the blue card. I also another subsidized. And 慧茹，我才还20多块嘞。那个 bills 啊，那个 medical bill 是90多块，我还20多块。And then 你懂哦，议员 and 雅叶，你是新加坡公民来。Remember when we go for vaccination 啊 we got free 哈。And then 如果慧茹，你们这些是 PR 哈，还是 foreign student，你们去 vaccination 也是 free 对吗？是不是 free 对吗 ？Correct 了，天祥 free 哦。那这些钱从哪里来的？天上掉下来咩？啊，就是你们的父母亲还 taxpayer money 咯，的 ERP 咯 ，GST 咯。COE 咯，说这些政府 tax 的这些国人的钱啊，把它用在这些地方咯。难道我们政府不好咩？我们政府贪污咩？我们政府这么多钱收起来，就是准备给国人每个月的，有什么$200？哎，我没有做工，还有 workforce 哎，150块、120块嘞，啊，还有水电费可以 cover 到嘞，啊。This is correct, but what she said is also correct. Because so what you tax people 你看在马路上车也是很多啊，为什么呢 ？Something must be not right. So the government listen, we change. Since source A is reliable, it makes it even more useful as the evidence of ERP. Okay, this was used in the old source social study textbook. Oh, I'm very tired. Yeah, can you read to the class, please?
Every source is useful in telling you something about a topic or issue. Even a biased source can be useful, to a limited extent, in providing you insight into how the particular group of people feel towards the authorities.
I already give you a few examples. The very clear example, thank you, Yaya, is one that Uncle Raymond is a gay. So this is every source is useful. Write down, you take a picture or write somewhere, use your handphone. This one confirm will not only useful in your O level, in your A level, even in your university, in your real life. Seriously, I really give you a real example already. A few examples. So how can you say this social study is not important? Because social study is the open-ended answer and questions. Math, cosine, sine, tangent, the duocaso, they call it, is fixed one. Sine over tangent, tangent over sine. What is the area of circle? 3.141592654. Fixed 了，对吗？雅叶 cannot change 的哦。你们说sorry class, yesterday it was 3.14 哦 now it's 3.19 huh? Then you do the calculation is out of the circle already. So science and maths are very logic one. You cannot change one. Whereas social study are very fluid, can change one. Okay, Ian. So 刚才你应该讲call your father. I mean seriously, Uncle Raymond. Okay, if you don't believe me, I got nothing to say. But I'm telling you because my father drive a car and he used to tell me all these things. And I know it because I'm a Singaporean. I do travel with my dad. And I also heard the news from China News Asia, and also read the article. And I can tell you, I feel that it is true that the ERP is about electronic road pricing, because every day I have to travel and go through the gantry with my daddy who drives me to school. 噔噔，懂吗？你要懂得会讲话 ，that is very important 哈。谢谢哈。议员啊，seriously 啊，如果你很怕讲话哦，then good luck to your oral presentation. Then 你要去 A level 啊，there's this thing called project management 啊，你也要讲话，then good luck to you，不要怕。Okay, this one is a very funny one. This one is an old social studies textbook about Sri Lanka. Sri Lanka. Now, Sri Lanka got this group of terrorists called the LTTA, the Tamil Tigers. 它已经没有了 ，LTTE sorry 之前它已经完蛋了，它的那个脑袋已经被人打死了，说整个集团 who are against the government 就是拜拜了，没有了。Okay, so this is like something like that. Avoid contradictions. May I have Kiera, please?
Liberation. Source A is useful in telling me that LTTE was to be blamed.
Because they are the one who terrorize and destroy infrastructure in Sri Lanka. Okay, carry on.
However, source A is not useful, is it?
As it was said by the Sri Lanka government, so it's biased. Next one. Okay, that's all. That one don't need to read already. Sorry. That one don't need. Okay, never mind. This is over already. Can you read this one? Kira?
Source A is useful in telling me that LTTE was to be blamed.
Why is it to blame? Because you really kill a lot of innocent people. True. They really use the women to become a terrorist and put the bomb straight around their body and then kill innocent people.
However, source A is not entirely useful or has its limitations.
Huh? Sorry?
However, source A is not entirely useful or has its limitations in terms of its content, as it.
So this is a template or 天祥，是写 Thomas Thomas. This is a template to be used for your usefulness. Okay, so once you use this to write you are there. You are already 1 mark out there already. 1 mark 1分呢，还是2分了Okay, that's the end of this 45 minutes of presentations of usefulness skills. Is there any questions about usefulness? Okay, let's start with Kiera. Since you just finished your WA for usefulness, is there any question? Just now you asked me a very good question about background, right? So may I ask you, is there any other questions besides that question you asked me? No.
Yeah, no.
No. Hui Ru?
I wonder that if I do cross-reference wrongly, is there any marks
deducted
Yeah.
Usually 没有，它只是放一个 cross 而已。就是比如说 ，OK, very good example. Imagine 你儿子跟你讲，妈咪，我要50块。那你的儿子在10岁10 years old，他要50块去哪学校是太多钱了嘛，对不对？那你就问他为什么要50块？哦，因为我的朋友都每个人都拿50块去学校。Of course, cross reference 吗？他 cross reference 对不对 ？Will you deduct his mark? I think, of course 你不会相信他吗？你说 no， 5块 take it or leave it。但如果他讲妈咪那个50块其实40块是要 donate to charity， 那你就打给他的 form teacher， 哎，是错的，哦呀呀，then 他给你一张卡，说要 fill out， 叫爹地、妈咪、奶奶、爷爷，还有他的叔叔、auntie 都 fill in up。Recently, my nephew came to me during Chinese New Year， 他不好意思叫我捐钱。Get me now? Good question. Of course, marks will not be deducted, but it's like wrong referencing, right? Your son says because my classmate got $50, so I need $50. Excuse me, hello. Well, not useful, right? What is the purpose of just because your classmate got 50? That's not wrong. That's wrong, already. Okay. So it will not deduct, but it will not marks will not given to you. That's all. 谢谢。
No question.
Thank you. Yaya. Thomas? Okay, 我不想问议员了。Sorry, my dear Ian, any question?
Actually, I think I have is like if you write the like the first paragraph with the source is useful, then you write the third paragraph the
Second paragraph.
yeah, but what if like you don't write the second paragraph? Like you just write
Oh, so if your first paragraph is useful, right? And then you straight away have the direct answer, right? Nothing wrong, but I will the teacher and the examiner will not give you full marks. The worst thing, Ian, very good question, Ian. So Uncle Raymond, if I write useful, then damn it, I forgot to write no, not useful, 时间不够啊，我要去做另外一个 question, then I give a conclusion, therefore it's limited, therefore it's not useful, or therefore it's useful, for example, 你忘记写 not useful 本来是7分哦，议员，他可能给你5分。The worst thing okay, like what 慧茹 say 可是你的 cross referencing 错0，他鸡蛋跟我写这么多嘞，可能给你1分而已还是2分所以慧茹他不会deduct。如果是那个学生他 cross referencing 本来是 not useful， 他讲 useful 错了吗？他不会deduct minus mark， 他就 cross wrong， 他就不会给他分数。可是他刚好有讲 useful。OK， 比如说那个 useful 是错的，可是他有讲 not useful， 那又是对那个有2-3分了。So it's better to write useful and not useful, reliable or not reliable. Useful and not useful, but it's limited reliability of usefulness because it was said by one person and it's the opposition party. Therefore, I'm not surprised it is not useful. Get it out? Yeah.
what if you write like purpose instead of cross-reference? Like you only write purpose. You don't say
Oh my goodness. There are students who do that. You dare to do it? Straight away, you go straight to the point, you don't say useful, not useful. The purpose of this is to mock the government and say the government is no good. I got students do that. Do you dare not? Straight away, if you write the right correct purpose, you can get straight away get 6 to 7 marks. 你敢做吗？你敢吗？很多学生 no. I will write useful and not useful. I don't want to go straight. Your teacher told you this, right?
No,
right.
but like, I think like cause I think my teacher said that if I write useful then plus purpose, like I don't write cross reference at all, then still can get.
Can, but 你要 take the risk 吗？我没有说不可以吗？ But 你要 take the risk 吗？你有真的有100% 把握吗？我没有说不可以，是可以。有学生这样做，他 score。To be honest， 因为我那个是已经就2个学生这样在我的记忆里我教这么多年了，只有2个學生敢這樣做。And I'm telling you, their social study is always the A1 one. They dare to challenge, they like to argue, they write a lot one. They spend a lot of time doing SS one. Very funny, these are students very funny. They like to do that. And the best thing, they do history one. Pure history, pure geography, that kind of humanity subject. But when you ask him to do math, die liao. Since die liao, oh shit. He cannot really. So Ian, you asked a very good question. Yes, it's possible. But do you want to take the risk? Though in order to play safe, I always say it's better to write useful and not useful. But there are some students go straight away, boom, purpose, right, 6 marks, 2 marks. Okay? I'm not saying you all cannot do Please don't mistaken 不是说你们笨还是你们是 not in the standard. Please go ahead if you think that 没有时间了比如 last minute 你知道这个 question 我做过，我在 Uncle Raymond 的 class 有做过同样的一样的 question. It came out before 那天讲 last year got one student I think is your anyone from Manistela? Anyone here from Manistela? He came out the question came out quite exactly the same Anyway, that boy his name also Raymond. He told me same So lucky so you will do it Okay, I leave it to you. Okay, Ian, any more questions? Good question all of you are asking. It's a very good question. I leave it to you that one I'm not going to interrupt you whether you want to write useful and purpose. Okay, Ian, why not? If you dare enough to brave enough test it out during your test or your practice. No, seriously, it's no harm. It's no harm. Okay, and do it. But in exam, I leave it to you. In exam, I leave it to you. Okay. So let's go through the proper lesson now. Hey, you cannot move. Anyone did this question? Anyone done this question? Okay, by today, sorry, Thomas, you don't need to involve. This question was already there for 1 month already. Okay, 1 month, I think, or last week, last month or this one. So I'm going to close shop already. If nobody is going to do leave it as it is, so you will be having your student performance appraisal soon. Okay, the homework. So this one I done already. This one, come back to assertion now. Now this is the background information about the is Singapore prepared for a globalized world? So now we are doing, okay, we have done all these things. Now we are going to do assertion. That means all the answer, right? So which one do you think is correct? So let's do the assertion. That is 10 marks. Okay. Sorry, this one got a lot of students ask me, is it necessary to talk all the sources, only selected sources? Because my teacher say no need to do all the sources. As long as you say the 2 or 3, then it's correct. I'm so sorry, my dear children, my dear leader. I will prefer to talk all the sources. Uncle Raymond, you siao, where got time? You by the time you write already, not enough time to do other questions. I'm so sorry. I will still ask you to do to do every source. I know your teacher might say do 2 and plus 1. 你懂为什么吗？雅叶，例如天祥、Thomas, Kiera, and Yi. This is my personal opinion. Some teacher might scold me and point me a middle finger or whatever. I don't care. To be honest, because some of the teacher might find that some of your classmates are not cut to do the whole thing. I just pass 就可以了，这是错误的哈。雅叶，这是错误的。你不可以那种一面之词，就是说因为这些学生就是这么烂的，不可以写到完，所以我就给他这样。这是 short chain 这是不对的教育方法。我觉得你们这样一定要这样。就算刚才议员跟我讲 ，Uncle Raymond, my teacher told me this. Yeah, I agree with you, 议员 but I still want to play safe， 对吗？我不可以拿你的 exam 来开玩笑。明白？OK， 慧茹明白吗？So to me assertion 就是把全部的 source 讲到完。你要选2个，一个跟着你老师讲 ，I leave it to you. But I don't think it's good. What happened, 慧茹？Touch wood, not you lah. Maybe your classmate follow, then you follow Uncle Raymond. What happened? Your classmate follow, and then so unlucky the way they compare 是错的OK， 他可能没有 deduct 嘛，可是 sorry 咯。But 如果你讲到完，刚好你讲到完那2个最后2个刚好是讲对，你有分数嘞，对不对 ？Make sense？ 如果你选3个来讲，刚好那2个2个错，1个对，可是你讲全部的 sources 一定会有多过分数的嘛，对不对？先讲 ，you agree with me? I leave it to you then you don't tell me Uncle Raymond got no time. Sorry, then you start practicing lah. You still got 6 to 7 months to practice. You don't get tell me got no time. Please. That it won't make sense. Next time your son and daughter tell you, Daddy, I cannot study, then please, your exam is next year. Now it's time to prepare. Let's go. Globalization is the force for good. Use sources in this case. Study. How far? You say use sources. He never say use all sources. But I will prefer to use all the sources. Are you ready? Let's go. We don't talk about 2, 4, 5, 6. Okay, we talk about 2 marks first. Does it make sense? 2, 4. Okay, let's talk about 2, 4. Okay, let's go. May I have Yi Yuan?
Yes, I agree with the claim because it's supported by source A, which clearly shows that globalization can benefit a country and push it to greater height. It is clear from the cartoon that Singapore managed to ride the waves of globalization and continues to develop itself. Source B also seems to suggest that globalization is a force for good. Source B clearly shows an example of a Singapore company, Charles and Cave.
No, it's Charles. It's Charles and Cave.
Charles and Cave, and its success story, which is in no small part due to its ability to plug into globalization, and how it continues to utilize globalization to its advantage. For example, in talent mobility. Source B says that such movement further allows key talents to gain market exposure and build more fulfilling careers as part of the group's larger talent program to groom employees to advance laterally and vertically. This shows that globalization allows talent to grow and reap further benefits. Source C also shows how globalization can do good for a country. Source C says that Singapore has since 1965.
No. You don't read like that. You don't read 1965. You say 1965.
What,
In
1965?
your oral, you never say 1965. They will not mark you wrong, but it's better to say 1965.
Singapore has since 1965 plugged into the international economic grid. We welcome multinational companies, MNCs, to invest and manufacture in Singapore. As an open economy, we took full advantage of globalization. This suggests that it is because of globalization that the country has grown to what it is today. Source D also supports that globalization is a force for good. It's clear for Singapore, globalization is still the future. That globalization must be beneficial and hence Singapore continues to believe in it. Furthermore, it is also stated that the anti-globalization trend will undermine international trade, hurting all economies, but particularly small open ones like Singapore. This suggests that globalization brings about more trade and hence growth benefiting all countries. Source E also seems to support a claim. While globalization can be challenging, there are always new opportunities out there because of globalization as long as we remain agile and adaptive.
Okay. You see, you see source A clearly shows that country helps. I agree. Then you look at this one here. You see? No. Can I have Thomas? Are you able to read, Thomas?
No, I disagree with the claim that globalization is a force for good, as seen in source A, where globalization is being depicted as big tsunami-like waves. It is not difficult to image its destructiveness, and not all countries would be as lucky as Singapore to be able to ride the waves of globalization and achieve success. Many would have been overwhelmed and drowned by the waves in plugging into the grid of globalization. Source D also suggests globalization may not be for the best after all. Source D states that we saw natives policies and protectionist economies growing in strength and influence in Europe and the US. If globalization is indeed a force for good, why then would Europe and the US try to reverse the tide of globalization?
So you see, you practically, even the A can be agree and not agree. Even the D also can be agree and not agree. Okay, this is a very good example to use. So you see, if you're using one source, 2 marks, two source, 3 to 4 marks, 3 source, 4 marks. Then if you use 2 source, 5 marks, L3, and 3 source, 6 marks, and 4 source is 7, 5 source, 6 marks. Hello, now you tell me, whether your teacher say 2 source or 1 source is enough. I leave it to you. We don't want to argue for this. No point. No point. Don't waste your breath. Don't waste my breath. You decide. For me, I'll still insist using all sources. At least, even 1 or 2 sources wrong, you still got other sources to back up for you to give you at least a good 7 marks. At least a 7 marks. This is a 10 marks. This is 10 marks. I don't think it's 10 marks. Okay. I might, in my opinion, please, okay, this one is the animal 10 marks. Okay, somewhere is 10 marks. Okay, can I have who Tian Xiang, can you read this one? Well, source B.
Well, While source B seems to suggest that globalization is a force for good, I am wary about its reliability. This is clear from the website of a government which believes in globalization and places its bets on it for the success of the country. Therefore, the article would only speak of the benefits of globalization. And it is no wonder that the article seems to have omitted the challenges associated with globalization.
Oh, no wonder the source got censored. So you see, next one, by sharing example from their contextual knowledge, which is the background information. Let's go, Tian Xiang. Source A.
Source A shows that globalization is indeed a positive force. Besides the example of Singapore, China, and Vietnam are also two good examples which support the point that globalization can do countries good if they are able to make use of globalization. In the past 40 years, China has achieved sustained high rates of economic growth after the implementation of the policy of reforms and opening up. Vietnam exported roughly 30 billion of goods to the US in 2015, helping its economy to grow.
Those of you are doing history, for history, I know this year you are doing Vietnam War. You know, when I was in Vietnam and recently I feel very sad of things. My son teacher went to US, California, and I told him if you can find my godmom who's also a Vietnamese who migrated to during World War II. No, sorry, during Vietnam War, she went there because of the Vietcong War. And she sent a picture to me at the middle of the night that my godmoms no longer stay in that place in California. I was so sad. I lost touch. So what does it mean to me? It means that something like that. If this war has caused political, economic, social upheaval and damage, okay, my godmom will not leave Vietnam and work in USA. But because of this war, a lot of Vietnamese in Vietnam until today maybe, they are still hate American people. But slowly and surely, the US companies are now investing a lot in Vietnam. The first time I went to Vietnam, Ho Chi Minh in year 2000, I don't even see a McDonald's there, seriously. Okay? And to be honest, do you agree nowadays, those old people who went through World War II, I don't think they can come to terms to eat Japanese sashimi or sushi. Agree or not? Yeah. Imagine these old people who went through the torturing by the Japanese and you ask them to eat sushi, I tell you, over their dead body. And they will never forget, especially the Nanjing Da Tu Sha and the Sok Chin in Singapore. I think if my Ye was still alive, he confirmed will not eat any Japanese food at all. Because his whole entire bicycle shop was being confiscated. So she will be feeling very upset about that. So what it means here is that globalization is like wiping out the entire country, and you have to look at the past history whether they affect their country. So now you know why social study and history work hand in hand. I mean, then how, Uncle Raymond? I don't study history then. So then please go and read out loud. And don't sure then WhatsApp me lah. I will feed you with information behind my cupboard There are about 20 textbooks all about history. And my son recently went to KI and bought some World War II and Vietnam's textbook for me. You know, they know I like history so much. Even behind I got Mongolia history, I got the history of ancient China also during my A levels. So 息息相关因为 social studies is talking of the present, but also as the past. Next month you will know why the SRQ will help you with the history background. But don't worry, guys. Those of you who never do history, don't feel bad about it. Okay, last but not least, Thomas, are you there? Thank you, Thomas. Will you mind kindly read the last part by giving a balanced conclusion, the resolution? Let's go.
Whether globalization is a force for good will depend on how ready we are to take on the challenges. There is no doubt globalization can be a force for good as well as evil. On one hand, it can be a wave that we can ride on as depicted in source A. However, we are not careful, we could very well be swallowed whole by in every crisis there will be some
No, it will be
opportunities.
wait, hold on. It will well be solo hold by its tide, 那个 tide 那个一波的那个wave 啊。In every crisis,
In every crisis, there will be some opportunities. It all depends on whether we are able to seize these opportunities and how prepared we are to take on new challenges. This is the reason why, as shown in the sources, Singapore, its people need to adapt and hold their skills to take the challenges head on.
okay. My advice for those 5 of you if you can please do these assertions in your own words and give me your train of thought. How are you going to write these 10 marks questions? I mean, if you don't want to practice and submit to me, I'm okay with it. Last year, all the students did submit this kind of question to me because this is the biggest bulk in the whole entire SS. Not even the SRQ, the 7 and 8 marks. I leave it to you. If you want to do, that'll be good for you. Now, we have just completed the SRQ, the entire SRQ for this month. SBQ, sorry, SBQ. So next one will be SRQ. Now, this one, this year, this one important. I need to go to the toilet for a while if you don't mind. So I would like you to take a look at this one. I think suddenly my stomach is not feeling well. I hope I can endure for a couple of minutes, but seems like it cannot. So I want you to take a look at this one here. I think last week we talked about it, like what is use safe and all these things. But the main thing is like I want you to take a look at this. Yep, this one here. Okay, are these 2 pages? Okay, very good. Now, if you are all minister, which one do you think is important to help Singaporeans? Okay, I come back to you for at least 1 minute. Don't mind, give me a minute. I need to go to the restroom. Don't mind, don't mind. At least 1 or 2. I am holding my handphone. If you got anything, please say. So I repeat, my question is, if you are the minister, okay, for example, I give you an example. I choose cost of living. I feel that this one are important because of 600 CDC voucher can buy grocery, can buy one time they go to the store and do something. I feel that you save will help to utility. These are all the examples here. Okay, this one side by side. So please write down if you can. Okay, which one do you think is important to the Singaporean? Okay. I'm back. My stomach is killing me. Okay, may I ask Kira, which one will you choose? If you're the Prime Minister of Singapore, which one is the immediate action you need to help? Out of the 16, cost of living, household, individual, CPF, seniors, and worker support.
Cost,
Why is it useful?
cost of living support.
I beg your pardon?
Cost of living support.
为什么?
Because like it directly affects everyone's life,
Oh,
like their well-being.
then what? Sorry, you did not convince me.
Um,
I know you affect every Singapore citizen and PR here. So what?
it
So you say so it affect everyone. Then it affect in terms of how? How can you help? How can this $600 and you save and 950 rebates help? You get me?
yeah.
Come back to you.
Yeah.
Yes, carry on.
It addresses the Singaporeans' accessibility to their housing, healthcare, and food and education.
No, that's more better. Okay, then. Okay.
It can also allow Singaporeans to have a more inclusive society.
Wow, inclusive society. That's a good word, man. Well said. Thank you very much. Any more? Tian Xiang, what about you? Shishan, I leave it to you. If you want to talk about it, you can unmute your mic later when I call your name. If not, you can say fast. Tian Xiang?
I want to choose the senior.
Senior, 哇，感谢你 ，Uncle 已经是 Majura generation，我们有 Pioneer generation，就是我的妈妈 ，then Merdeka generation 就是我的大哥大姐现在是我 Majura，耶 ，my generation，哎，55岁吗？我咯，OK，carry on，先讲。
Because Singapore is becoming an aging society, so I think more budget spent on seniors could improve their well-being.
哇，如果你是一个 member 我看到 all 的55岁以上会投你一票，感恩感谢谢谢。Yeah, go. I also cannot take it just now. I was controlling that. Kira, you didn't know I keep farting just now. 我一直放屁。Okay, 慧茹 your turn.
I will choose the house food because everyone in Singapore need a place to rest and support in house.
对 BTO build to order flat 对你说的很对 then
support household will lower people's financial stress on renting a house or buying a house. So their standards of living will increase because they can spend money on other areas like education or others.
You're talking about the Maslow theory, MASLOW, right now, MASLOW, the Maslow theory, go and type, is the basic need, 就是要有一个屋顶MASLOW, MASLOW. 这个 Maslow theory is very important, 就是 the basic need 每个人都要有一个丰衣足食嘛，就是要有一个shelter，一个 house 没有家就没有国，对吗？没有国就没有家，所以一个家要有一个屋顶。你看那个家就是一个屋顶盖住，对吗？保护全家人。So you're right HDB is actually for low income。如果你跟你的老公 以后啊，每个人你跟你老公每个月赚20,000啊，如果你拿 HDB 啊，你不是人的，因为18,000两公婆是 earn less than 18,000 now 啊，last time was 12,000啊，你知道？这是给 HDB 是给那些 low income。你跟你老公可以 earn 20,000，就是一个月可以赚 40,000 to 50,000啊。你当然是住 condo 嘛，对不对？你还跟人家抢屋子咩？你真是的，对不对？啊，that means affordability right 啊，明白啊 ？No true 啊，true 啊。Anyway， 你要拿 HDB， 政府也不会给你啊，他叫你 sorry go and buy condo。Okay, thank you very much. Yeah, your turn.
I'll personally choose the cost of living support because it matters to like almost like all the Singaporeans, and for example for the individuals, right? The bonus is only given to Singaporeans aged 21 and above. For like the seniors, it's only like 55 years old and above. So if I choose the cost of living support, it matters to all Singaporeans, and it's like all the Singaporeans will not be left behind now. So all of them are benefited from the cost of living support. So I think I'll choose the cost of living support.
哦，你鸡蛋糕，你不愧是 A Max 跟 E Max student 啊！你这笔账算的斤斤计较，哇，真的算盘子算的很一清二楚。You are absolutely right 啊！其实你这笔账呢，this calculation is very fair across to everyone. The $600 TDC voucher is given whether you are super rich or you're super poor or you're in between, as long as you're Singaporean citizen. 阿公就是 government will give you the $600 voucher. See, for all Singapore's household 嘞，我不管你住在洋房大屋子还是你的 bungalow 啊，你就有600块嘞。哎，大姐，哪一个国家这么好？600块呢？新加坡大概有3 million people 呢，what a lot 嘞。那请问你这些钱从哪里来？就是从那个 ERP 咯、GST 咯、COE 咯、personal tax 啊、corporate tax 啊这些 tax 啊，全部把这些钱拿来哪里分给大家咯？Very important 哦。You see, very good, right? 世贤 which one will you choose?
I think I will choose the cost of living support.
Also this one
Yeah.
Oh, why? Let's hear from the Prime Minister of Singapore, Mr. Liu.
Cause I mean, like I think people like at least they have to get themselves settled to make sure that they have a place to live, to make sure that their cost their living is like at least is like stable and not just like today got food today or tomorrow don't have, before they can like go search for a job and work well and work hard.
Okay. Any more?
So I think people like those, I mean, like as we see, like people who have a house and people who don't have a house, like they got different attitudes to their work. Like people don't have a house, they work just for the money they got paid. But the people who have a house will like think more about it, and maybe like they will think like can I get like higher roles in these companies? Can I get like can I get more friends? Can I be like more happy in my job instead of just aiming for the money that we get?
哇，你真的是一针见血。那些没有屋子，就是做一天和尚挑一天钟啊，得过且过。That is why Thomas, when Lee Kuan Yew took over he made sure every Singaporean has a house. So he made sure everyone will work hard for the house, for his living, and for his next generation. You are absolutely totally right, man, bro. You hit the jackpot, no? That's why Mr. Lee Kuan Yew 就是说，每个家只要你是新加坡人，政府一定要给你一个屋子。为什么中国唐仲晏明清还是 before that 每个朝代都是要打仗的，为了什么？就是为了丰衣足食、国泰平安，要有一个屋子，每个家人都有一个屋子。哎，中国有 winter 嘞，等到 winter 没有屋子，你看那些人死掉怎么办？饿死、冻死。Then how? They will rebel with the government, right? So Lee Kuan Yew is very smart. He makes sure that everyone has a house, so that you're right, Thomas. So everyone will work with the mission and vision and goal and objective right down. So everyone say, yeah, if I got a house, 我有一个 responsibility 啊。So that's my mission. I got an objective. That means I want a house so that my children can take over this house. 当我死掉了，这个屋子有钱给我孩子，然后用这个钱再买多一间房间，买一间房间了，买一间屋子。now you understand 啊，你父母亲每天风雨无阻啊，整天啊日晒雨淋，出去做工啊，就是为了养这个家。continue 还这个家的 loan so that 你们可以住得平平安安、舒舒服服 ，so that you can enjoy the fruits of this house. Sorry 啊 ，I'm not cursing your parents 哦，祝你的 parents 长命百岁啊。One day 我跟你的 parents 就 bye bye to this world。这个屋子给谁？你们咯，对吗，天祥？啊，如果你有兄弟姐妹，这个屋子就分咯。说你有这个钱去买多另外一间屋子咯。So Thomas, you're right. 一个人 ，no, you're right, no, Thomas. I got friends 啊，now 啊，single，啊 ，don't care 啦，喝酒啦，去 night club 啦，去 pub 啦，去玩啦。But now, you see, they allow single to buy house. Thank you very much. Anyone? No more 啊，Thomas? Okay 啊？一言有顿。
I'll choose the CPF because yeah, now in Singapore, got like the population is aging, then more people, like more families, they decide to have less children.
Okay.
Then like the children have to support like the two generations before them.
Sometimes 3 generations.
Yeah, then all the when the generations when the generation before them already retire, then it's like a very big like what is it, very big like responsibility for them.
Huge burden. Sometimes people call burden, sometimes call responsibility. Okay, carry on.
Then the retirement sum will help a lot because like it will benefit a very high percentage of the population. Then make sure the young people are working, like the young people have less weight off their shoulders. Then
Wow.
they could focus more on their work.
Wow. 你才16岁就会想到这样多哦。Wow, you're very mature, no? Seriously, you're right, no? Because of aging populations, this retirement fund, they will give these old people like us, so that we are able to support ourselves and we don't right now, we don't need to depend on our children. 然后一次过，如果我拿全部的钱出来啊，政府怕我们乱用钱啊，去找老三啊、小三啊、狐狸精啊，还是什么精啦乱花钱，是真的呀耶，it's true 啊。因为在20年前啊，10几年前，政府公积金就是一次给到完，那些老伯伯啊、安哥啊，就去巴丹去找女人，花天酒地，把那个级别的钱公积金骗到完，回来一无所有，就要死在艾滋病，都 become social problem， 变成是政府的 problem， 变成你跟我的 problem， 我们要养这些废物。I'm so sorry 啊。可是不是每个老人家都是这样，对吗，雅叶？对吗？可是因为我们一个人忽然间有这么多钱，他那个 so huge amount， then 有时候他们怕他们孩子不孝顺啊，骗他的钱，全部一无所有 ，end up where？OK， 例如 they end up to 老人院 ，I seen that before 嘞。孩子叫他们的父母亲卖掉屋子，然后踢出去，叫他们住老人院，哇，真是天降。真是这种孩子是天打雷劈啊 ，very bad 哦。I hope you all don't do that 啊 ，please don't. Okay, education and some of them 啊，慧茹 and Kira, they are all professional people, no? We are talking about lawyer, banker, and businesswoman, and did that to their parents. You know why? No 了，慧茹，我就是去过那种一房一厅啊，他听到那些人讲，那些安迪讲说，我的孙女要来看我，可是我女儿不要给他来看我。What the really the F words, man? I tell you seriously, Singapore no, Kira, that Okay, so what you say is true, Ian. You are absolutely right. In fact, sorry, all of you, what you say is, you see now you understand, it's not that the government don't support us. There are so many things But you ask me, I would say, I would choose the cost of living. This is my first priority. Let me rate in priority. If I will say which one is more important to start first, definitely this one is number one. Okay, and then this one will be number two, and then this one will be number three, and then this one will be number four, and then this one will be number five, and number six will be last one. You know why? Individual. Hey, hello, go and find a job lah. Singapore is not say got no job, correct now. We need to create workforce because Singapore has no natural resources. We cannot have the entire Marine Parade or Jurong Point all become agriculture, 对吗？亚叶现在每个人种米，把屋子拆掉种米。Hello， 你以为是中国啊？有山有水啊，那个地很大，那个地是来造房子，对吗？你会如 right， you're saying right household right， 买屋子对吗？那你住哪里？住在田地啊？你神经病啊 ？No，so you're right, everyone. In fact, everything are linked together. It's like a change. But which one is important? Now, that's where the government is saying they don't put all eggs into one basket. 他把这些钱分散给不同用。In fact, there are more than that. So every year, you see, now you, I don't know, 议员 and 雅叶，你们有拿过 EduSave Award 吗？有哦，这些钱从哪里来？从这些父母亲那个 taxpayer money 咯。真的，好好读书，你一定会有 scholarship 的。To those children who are PR or foreigner, don't worry. The government is very fair to you all. And I hate to say this, this is live recording. I hate to say this. 你看政府很 too much 把那些 scholarship 给那些 foreigners 尤其是中国人什么香港人什么，给他们读到 scholarship 拿了奖学金跑掉了，没有收 Singapore. I'm very sad to say that. Sometimes now, this is typicality, 对吗？ One story only. But there are so many stories. There are people who got scholarship for foreigners and they also invested everything back to Singapore. 这种是井底之蛙的人讲这种话，明白吗 ？Sorry 各位大哥大姐 ，Social Studies 是真的一针见血 ，and 有时候讲的话是很难听的你可能不想听，没办法，你一定要听，因为你要判断。You have to make a judgment what is right and wrong. You cannot be biased, you cannot be prejudiced, you cannot be discrimination, you cannot be stereotyping, you cannot be xenophobia. It's to be fair to what we call 一视同仁 equal status must be fair. I say so much. I as a Singaporean, Kira, I feel very sad. You are not Singaporean, you are PR, is it? Or foreigner? Kira? Singaporean, do you agree sometimes we as Singaporean, when you hear another Singaporean to say bad things about other foreigners and other people, I feel very hurtful. And somehow I'm teaching social studies, and every time when I see Filipinos and other hello, good afternoon, sir, they say, you from Philippines? The first thing Kayla is look at me, oh no, God, are you going to say, ask me to get back to Philippines? You know what I say? Welcome to Singapore. You are the first foreigner. I love to welcome you. Why did it so, sir? Because you are Catholic and Christian. I'm also Christian. Welcome. You see? Oh, thank you very much, sir. 如果遇到中国，你是中国哪一省的？我是莆田我外公也是莆田人。Welcome to Singapore， 感谢你，送你8个字，你懂什么8个字吗？雅叶，感恩、感谢、感激、感动。没有这些外国人 ，Kira， 我们这些新加坡也是完蛋。很多工作，很多外国人帮新加坡。This country doesn't belong to one race and doesn't belong to one religion. It belongs to everyone who want to contribute and make this country a better country. Whether it's a PAP or opposition party, as long as this government make sure that everyone is on right now equal opportunity, equal footing, equal chance to survive and right now EKE a living. And when I talk about this topic, I'm very 很激动例如每次我听到哎呀，中国人回家啦，不要来新加坡，马来西亚回去啦，印度人回去啦，香港人回去印尼人回去。Hello, excuse me， 为什么你们要这样讲话？尤其你看到 TikTok 还是 Instagram 那些新加坡，哎呀，你回去马来西亚，来新加坡做工作么？What's your problem, man？ What's your problem？ 人家都没有杀死你全家人，你这么激动做么？如果你找不到工作，你要自己检讨吗？对吗，慧茹 ？You cannot blame on people， 对吗，慧茹？如果你的成绩不好，你被 blame 你的 classmate，blame teacher， 对不对 ？Maybe a bit you blame to other people， 对吗，慧茹 ？Correct？ Yeah, you agree with me? Kira, Ian, 天祥 and Thomas, and Dan, you agree with me? 你不可以说每次怪别人，你自己是一个敌人来的。So you need to get rid of your this enemy inside yourself to make yourself to be clean and innocent. Before you can comment on other people, look at yourself in the mirror first before you talk. Oh, I'm very angry when I come to this seriously. Okay, now look at this one. If you have printed this article here, I purposely can give you this one. Please look at this. It's going to be very how to say a lot of information, but trust me, this Singapore budget building our shared future together. I read it in a very speed reading. There are so many pages. My advice to you, seriously, please at least read once. And there are some of the information here. I'm sorry, I cannot go through one by one. Just a quick one because it's 9:39 already. Some of them is talk about tax rebate. Take note. GST, you must take note. ASPT, this one maybe you don't need to take note of. This one not so much, but yes. It will not come out in your O-level exam, don't worry, but it will be similar to that. Then this is a corporate tax. You must know what is corporate tax, refundable investment. This one not important really. This one might be globalization issue. And then talk about GST voucher. Yes, maybe. It might come out in your O-level possible. Okay, a retirement scheme. Thank you, Ian. You are absolutely right. This is very important. The government is to make sure that your self-sustainability. You are absolutely right for this point. If you write this in your exam, I tell you, confirm 100% score one. Because not many people can write like that. I'm not saying the rest are stupid. I say not many people can write like that. That doesn't mean they're stupid. This, I don't interpret me wrongly. And then senior citizen, this one is very important. Household development. Thank you, Hiru. And what else? Future plans. This one, please, no matter how you need to read. Why you need this one. Okay. What else? This one, helping the other country. This one you just read for knowledge, but this will help you in later on chapter 10 or 9. Chapter 9 or 10. Okay. This one, this one, here. Okay. This one, because by helping others, you are working with other foreign countries, like for example, the Israel and Hamas attacking, having war. So you help this Chico charity to help these people who are suffering from the war. You are actually telling the world that Singapore is a very 慈祥, very humanitarian, 很仁慈的国家, a country that shows gracefulness and help others. Please come and invest in Singapore because we really want to help the world. Okay. So I hope this one, if you can, of course you can type budget 2024, you can type budget 2023. My advice, children, okay, my advice, you type budget. Okay, you type budget. Shixuan, you're not in the meeting. How come? Wait, sorry. Okay, so you, why cannot? Okay, sorry. Budget 2020, yeah, seriously. 你去看那些 picture, sometimes this kind of question may come out in your SDQ or Hui and Kira. Because SS is usually like every 2 years, they will get the information in 2020 or 2020, at least from 2020, let me see. Now it's 2024. So it might be budget 2020 or 2021. 2021. 2021 is the time when we got the COVID. So you better look at through this information. If I can, I will search more on this. So usually it will come. I think this year it might come out. I really spot some questions that I'm not sure I will put there. I will update you all again. Okay. All right. I don't want to take too much of your time.